do.
Good morning, travel partners. So, Facebook has gone ahead and changed everything. So,
Oh,
let me
Facebook. Oh, Facebook.
copy link. Let me share this on. I swear every day there is something new on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I want them
To
to
keep
get
you on
rid
your
of.
toes.
There you go. Let me see. Okay, Carl World. Join us here. Join us. Okay. Happy Thursday, my friend.
Happy Thursday, girl.
So, so this morning we are off to VI
The U.S. side this time. Last time, I think we were in the British with me.
in the British Virgin Islands.
I'm getting around now. I'm hopping around, hopping around, hopping around.
Yeah, you are definitely getting around the Caribbean, madam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Okay, we are on YouTube.
How many
So
computers do you have in front of you?
just
Do you
one.
have like 5 computers in front of you?
No, I
That's what
just
I
picked.
always envision when I do this. Like you have like a whole
No,
base of computers around you.
no, just my computer and my trusty cell phone. So
Man, that's good.
yes,
Condensed.
very condensed. Yeah, too many things. I'm gonna get distracted
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. So it's just my cell phone. So good morning, Ken. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. So to our travel partners, I'm sorry that it's not what we used to on StreamYard. We were able to go live on Facebook. But again, I'm learning as we go along because there is a way I could share it, but again, I think you need a PhD to figure it out. So I need to take a few
Naturally.
minutes out of my time
And I'm
to
1 degree shy of that, so I can't help you.
I swear
Not
you need
interested.
you swear you need a PhD to figure out all those things now. I might just be a
Hmm.
little button, let me see.
It
A little
probably is something just bloop, and then
yeah.
that's it.
And
But
then
then you're afraid if you push the button, everything goes
and
dark.
everything goes. I'm like, no, don't touch it. Don't
Don't
touch
touch
it.
anything.
Don't touch anything.
I
Like
know it.
when you were a child, you went to the supermarket with your mom and she's like, don't touch anything. So
Uh-huh.
you
I'm not buying anything. Don't ask.
don't ask, don't touch, don't
That's right.
say. Yeah.
That's right. Don't even look at it.
Don't even think about it because if you
That's
think
right.
about it, you may look at it and then you would want it.
You're gonna make a big mistake. That's right. That's right. We
So
all
good
we all
morning.
been there.
Yeah, we've all been there. So, but my son, Eli, he doesn't care. So he just pick up what he wants and then put it in the basket. And all I do is when we get to the register, I try and hide it because I'm like,
Right.
you have enough crayons, you
Yeah.
have enough glue, you haven't used the glue, the glue.
Yes, yes. We could sell glue after a while. Please stop picking up glue.
I think I have the only child. His favorite place is to go to BJ's. Oh my gosh, the child loves to go to BJ's.
Mine used to like going to the store too. He still likes to go to the store.
BJ's and Family Dollar. Family
But now
Dollar
that
for
he has his
sure.
own little money too.
It's yeah, he decides where he wants to go for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So good morning, travel partners. Let us know where you're watching us from. I know it's YouTube and LinkedIn. Where you're listening from, let us know what the weather is like, and let's get into our program. So this morning we go into the VI, like my Crucian friend over there says, the VI. We go into VI on the US side. I think you need to do some work about the VI for us in task because I've gotten a lot of questions about do you need a passport? Do you need to
Right.
go for immigration? Do you need an ID? I know you have to go for USDA, but it's strange that a lot of travel agents are still asking about that.
And it might be because we're getting some new travel agents into the industry too. And it's not a destination that maybe they're accustomed to selling. But just in short, US citizens don't need a passport to come
Mhm.
to the US Virgin Islands. You just need your, well, officially the tourist board will say your driver's license and your birth certificate with a raised seal. Now, if you do have a passport, you might as well travel with it because, if you're in the US Virgin Islands, you may want to hop over to the British Virgin Islands.
Which
It's just a
yeah.
40-minute ferry ride. But sometimes you can't get a passport for whatever reason. No judgment, no judgment. So you would just need to do that driver's license and your birth certificate with a raised seal. Now, when you come into the USVI, you don't go through any customs or immigration or anything, but it's when you're leaving, you do have to declare how much you purchased, because if it's over a certain dollar amount, you would be looking at some additional fees. But most tourists, don't have any issues with that. And then, like you said, with the food, you can't bring certain foods back through to the US side. So that's it. There is no, and it's not a long line. They're just going to ask you, how was your trip? Where did you stay? Did you have fun? Have a great day. And that's it.
That's it. Okay.
For
Yeah.
the
So
most part.
it's a lot of some agents are still worrying because they read stuff on the internet
Right.
and they're like, if it's on the
Right.
internet, it must be right.
It must
No,
be true. Right. Right.
it's not
Hmm.
always true because anybody could put anything on the internet. So
That's right. That's right.
it's not always right when it's on the internet. I call it the internet.
The internet.
The
It
internet,
never
yeah,
fails. It never fails.
it never fails. So
Hmm.
so if you don't
And then
know,
you know what too? I'll tell you something else. A question that does come up a lot, and I had to do it too because I'm a blended family. If you're traveling with minors, and mom and dad are not with the minors. So let's say it's grandma, grandpa, or it's an ex-wife, ex-husband type situation. You need to get a walk with a notarized letter from the other parent saying that you have permission to travel with this child. 9 times out of 10, you won't be asked to produce it, but it's that one time you don't have it, you're going to need it. So walk with some paperwork saying that you do have permission to travel with the child, if it's a situation like that, which we always had to do when we traveled with our children.
es-
Um, yeah,
especially now with all the generational travel,
yeah,
all this,
yes,
yeah.
yes, and blended families and all that. So always kind of make sure that your clients, have that with them.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you for that little tidbit of information. So today we're going to be talking about Coral World. I was
Mm.
watching a video a couple of days ago from Dominica, free diving, and the owner of a hotel, Jungle Bay Resort, went free diving. It
Mm.
looks so amazing.
Yeah, it
That
looks peaceful. Let me know how it feels when you do it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
it
Nah, I
looks
think I
so
passed.
so. No, scuba diving is beautiful. I mean, when you're under the water, it's just so
Now,
peaceful.
I'm still working on that. I want to be able to do that, but the free diving, I think it's going to be just a hard no for me on that
This
one.
is like the free diving is. I think you stay on there for like a minute, or I know you don't stay for very long,
Nah, I'm not
but
gonna
it's
make it.
something.
I'm not gonna make that. Nah.
Scuba diving is, but I mean, I was speaking to yesterday to a friend, and I said I did my open water certification at Lake Lanier, and I do not
Oh,
recommend
that's
anybody
very scary. Yes,
do that.
yes. That was taking a chance.
Yeah, but yeah, scuba diving is nice, and the water is beautiful in the VI. So we are going to be talking about Coral World Park
Yes.
in the VI. So Miss, I have not introduced you. You don't need any introduction.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah, maybe.
so today we'll be talking to Miss K Kitchens of KMK Consulting, my partner of Caribbean Collective as well. And
Yes.
we'll be going up to the VI to talk about Coral World and how you can become a partner as a travel agent and how your clients can have an amazing experience with Coral World Park in the Virgin Islands. So let's talk to Mrs. Kitchens about this beautiful product that she has
Well,
been representing.
thank you so much, Miss Kelly. And Coral World it really is a magical place. Um, I grew up in St. Thomas, and it was just down the street from my house. So it was, as a local, it was someplace that my parents took me a lot. And it's really a great opportunity for adults and kids to really learn more about marine life, the world around us, how what we do affects other parts of the world, because it's really a beautiful place to have fun, get some culture, but also learn a lot about the marine life. And I'm just so glad that my portfolio with KMK Consulting is growing to include so many different types of tourism
Diverse.
products.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
yes.
diverse. Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite places to visit. Every fam and anybody who has ever fammed with me, I'm going to be pulling up this presentation while and it's a brief presentation. It's not a full one because we are going to actually be doing a presentation with the director of sales from uh, Coral World, I would say towards the end of this month. I don't have the date to share yet. So, for those of you guys who are going to be looking at the screen and seeing things and having questions, yes, please email me your questions. But just know that we're going to have a more in depth conversation about Coral World later on in the month. Kelly, you can see the screen?
Yes, you good.
Okay,
Just
good, good, good.
just put it on presentation mode, and yeah.
Oh, it is. So it hasn't pulled up that way yet, I guess, on your end. You don't see it in presentation mode?
No, not yet.
Okay, hopefully it gets there because it's on that on my side. But I don't want to hold up our progress. So the first slide, you know what? It's still not showing on your end.
No, it's still.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and start over. And maybe that will get it to go in presentation mode because we were having a few technical difficulties earlier. So hopefully,
Morning. It's like morning, Geraldine. Morning.
yes, 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 yes. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
And now I just hit presentation mode.
Okay, it doesn't seem so. Go ahead.
Okay.
And
Well, as I mentioned, we're going to be doing a full presentation on Coral World later on this month. I want to say, I think it's the 21st of May. So we'll have an opportunity to take a really, really deep dive into Coral World a little later on. So said that it's a beautiful, magical place, but really our mission at Coral World is to inspire and educate visitors, to protect the worldwide ocean by providing meaningful and fun experiences with marine life. And it really is something that most people don't expect when they come to a place like Coral World, because you're thinking you're just kind of going to have fun. But while you're having fun, you're going to be learning a lot about what it is you're seeing. And it's not just marine life. We have a mix of things you can do above water as well as below water. We have lots of great exhibits and attractions for your clients to experience when they come down to Coral World. Our sea lions, our stingrays, our sea turtles. You have opportunities to learn about their existence, what they feed on, how we can make sure we protect their environments. Did you just see, too, the other night on the news, those crazy people that dumped all that garbage into
I
the
saw
Atlantic?
that. I
Oh, it
saw that.
boils me. It
Yeah.
boils me. And so, just be mindful. As my son used to say, every time you flick a cigarette butt or straw or something in the ocean, there's a whole nother world under there that's living, that's going to interact with whatever you're putting into the ocean. So we don't want to hurt any of our marine life, and because they're just so important to our ecosystem. And they're not doing anything bothering anybody, they're minding their business. But there's so much we can learn about ourselves through learning about marine life, and Coral World is just a perfect opportunity for people to get some of that information. Another one of our really great exhibits, our shark encounter. And people always are like, "Oh my gosh, shark encounter!" But it's in shallow waters. We have a shark tank there, and you can do things to learn about the sharks, interact with the sharks. Again, learn about who they are, how they came to be here. Because, a lot of times you're out on your snorkeling trips, you'll find some nurse sharks and learn not to be afraid of them. Because they're here, they're part of our ecosystem, and they're, in the marine life, enjoying their time in the water. And it's always fun to learn more about it. And kids are always so interested in, sharks, whales, dolphins, all of those great animals that exist there. So our stingray encounter is another great one where you can feed the stingrays, learn about the stingrays. Have you ever touched one? They're so soft and smooth, and they're really majestic creatures. One day, this is my stingray story. I was out with a group of travel agents at Buck Island in St. Croix, and just snorkeling along, minding my business, and I saw the biggest stingray I'd ever seen in my life. And I mean, he was as big as my arm span, and he or she was so beautiful, just swimming, just so majestic, minding his business. And to have the opportunity to go to a place like Coral World, especially after you've maybe snorkeled and seen some of these creatures, and then you get to touch them, see them close up, get to learn more about them from some of the marine biologists that are there. It's just really, really cool. So, like I mentioned, everything isn't underwater. We have a lot of things above water to keep people entertained, especially the kiddos. So, we have parrot talk that goes on so you can interact with our macaws, get them to talk to you. And I remember doing that as a kid, and I'm almost years old. So, these are things that have been going on for a long time at Coral. Coral World is probably one of our longest running attractions in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And they've just been entertaining and educating families for many, many years. So I remember this as a kid. And, different macaws come in and they do the tricks. They'll talk to you and do the whole Polly want a cracker and all that cool stuff. And then you have the aviary feedings as well. So you can go learn about those birds and feed them and learn what makes them tick and da 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 da. So again, things where, especially if it's families, multi-generational groups, the kids' eyes are huge and the adults are learning as well while they're there at Core World. But probably one of my funnest exhibits when I was a kid was the Undersea Observatory. So if you're familiar with Coral World, we're right next to Cookie Point Beach. And you see this big white dome that's kind of jutting out of the ocean. That is the Undersea Observatory. And when you're down in there, you really get to see all the different marine life, just kind of swimming around and interacting with the coral and the reefs working at the observatory in the tanks, cleaning the glass and feeding and doing all kind of cool things. And again, it's just stuff that really blows kids' minds to see this stuff up close and adults, because I'm telling you, you don't think you're gonna. It's not like, oh, well, I
I'm
guess we'll
going to
go
say
here.
that.
No, it
It,
really is fun to see all of the marine life and the
yeah.
interaction that you're gonna have at Coral World. So it really is a cool outing for families, for groups, even girlfriend getaways, all types of different niche markets. Really find something to enjoy with Coral World, and it's nice and air conditioned in there as well. So when you're, especially if you're trying to come out of the heat, and there go one of the caretakers now, oh, with the little feeding the stingray. So, there are all these types of cool things you get to see when you're at Coral World. So it's really where you could really spend most of the day, if not all the day, just hanging out there. We have a general admission fee to get into Coral World, and then you have all the different exhibits that you can go through that, cost different amounts of money that we'll get into as well. Hold on one second, Kelly. My lovely, lovely screen is stuck, but I'm going to get it back right. Are you still with me?
Okay. Now we could see. It's moving
Oh,
now. Yeah.
Kelly, are you there?
I'm still here. Can you?
Did I lose you, Kelly?
No, no, no. I'm still. I was still there, and the screen was moving. So
Are you
now we
still
have no
there?
screen. It disappeared. Oh, she can't hear me.
Okay, I think I hear you now. You still there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
Okay.
this your notification disappeared. Did you remove it?
Yeah, I because I stopped hearing you, so I just wanted to
Oh,
make sure you were
okay.
still there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So I'll pull it back up.
Yeah.
But you got to see the video and all that cool stuff of the
No,
fish.
not no. As soon as you put the video, you came off, so you
Oh
could do it again.
no.
Yeah. So now
Okay.
you could do the video again because we
Okay.
didn't get to see the video.
All right. Let's go here. You still there?
I'm still here.
You still there?
Yeah,
I think it's something with it. Okay, you're there now?
I'm still here.
Okay. I think there's something with the video that's doing something funky where it's cutting off
Okay.
me being able to hear you.
Okay, but you could
So
swim
I'm
with
just
this. Is
going
what is this?
to
A
continue.
sea lion? What is this?
Yes, this is the sea lion. So this is one of several exhibits at Coral World. That once you're into the park, you can go into any one of the different activities that we have. So the sea lions is a fun one. Um, I think one of my most memorable experiences with a travel agent group was with swimming with the sea lions because they are hilarious. The whole experience will leave you just crying, laughing. So we have the sea lion encounter. So if you're a little skittish, because we always have something for people who aren't quite ready yet to do a full immersion, you know. So if you just kind of want to go up to him and give him a high five on dry land, you can certainly do that in the encounter. And then, of course, with the swim, you get in the water like this cute little girl here, and you swim with him, and they make him do all kind of fun things to engage the people that are in the tank. But again, if you're not ready for that, that's okay. You can just do the encounter and just stay on dry land with it. But probably our most one of our most fun activities is our sea trekking. Again, something I always try to incorporate when I come down with a group. When I used to come down with groups to St. Thomas, to make sure we do some sea trekking because really everybody wants to try to do it, and it's really fun. A
It
lot of
is.
people
It's a lot of
kind
fun.
of are kind of nervous because it's just like basic science. It's just putting the helmet on your head before you get underwater and no water gets in. You won't drown, you won't suffocate. It's really easy and fun. My next one is a video, so let's see if it plays it and doesn't give us any issues. You still there with me, Kelly?
Hmm.
You still with me, Kelly?
We could hear it, but we can't see it. Oh,
Oh,
I
you
cannot
can't
see it.
see it. Okay.
We could hear it. Yeah. I'm not sure
So
why we're having techie issues today,
I
but
don't know. I don't know. So the dolphin swim, that's our next, probably most popular one that we have at Coral World. And again, if you don't want to get into the water with the dolphin, you don't have to. We have the encounters as well, but getting in the water with the dolphin is so much fun. These mammals are so majestic and so docile, and you get to learn about them. You get to feed them. You get to understand how they play a part in marine life in our ecosystem. They are a lot of these are rescue dolphins that were not in good situations. So a lot of care, doctoring, nursing, medications, whatever is needed to make sure the dolphins are healthy. We provide at Coral World. And like I said, if you don't want to get in the water, you can do like these two folks and just have encounters with them on semi-dry land. You're still feet in the water, but you're not in there swimming with them if you don't want to. We do have a separate exhibit for that. And they'll do fun stuff like get happy and sing and fly up in the air and all that other fun stuff. We don't do riding on the dolphins and things like that because, it kind of can get into a space where you don't want the dolphin to feel distressed or uncomfortable. And as you can tell from this photo, the enclosure is in the ocean. So this is a aerial shot of Coral World, so you can kind of get an idea of how the park is situated. So to the top right there, that's where the dolphins reside. And again, they're in the ocean. They're lots of free movement back and forth around that enclosure. You can see on the left side of that peninsula there where the dome is. So that was the observatory. That's also where our sea trekking takes place from. We also have snuba. We also have kayaking with the dolphins. We also have sea turtle encounters. We have a lot of different fun activities in the ocean for your clients to enjoy. And again, we are right next door to Cookie Point Beach. So when the clients want to maybe have the rest of the day to hang out on the beach, they can do that as well. We also have food and drinks at Coral World. So that's also another great activity for families, singles to have when you're spending time with us at Coral World. So I mentioned before, we are big on conservation, on protecting marine life. And so some of the fun things that also is fun with a purpose that your clients can participate in are beach cleanups. That we do through Coral World. We do lots of great volunteer and sponsor a lot of great volunteer activities. So, especially if you have like a school group coming down, and you want to make sure that they have a meaningful experience while they're there in terms of giving back. That's definitely something to keep on the radar for your clients. And it's just, again, a way that Coral World has always kind of carried itself in terms of being mindful of the world around us. And we want to keep our island clean and beautiful and attractive for not just people coming to visit, but our residents. We want to make sure that we have a beautiful place where we're living as well. So, how can you earn a commission with your bookings to Coral World? So, we do have an affiliate program, it's through Fair Harbor, where once you become an affiliate, you are eligible to earn your commissions on your bookings to Coral World. So the rate is 20%. And I have a little brief blurb here on how to get going on that. But again, we are going to have a full presentation with the director of sales for Coral World, who is going to really get into the details of how you can earn commissions on your bookings to Coral World. So whether you have folks staying on island, or if you're coming in off the cruise ship and maybe you want to do something directly with Coral World, you can certainly do that with us. We are here to help you, and I've already worked with several travel agents who were interested in sending groups over to Coral World and to experience Coral World. And again, it's like you can make a day of it because we're right next to Cookie Point Beach where there's food and drinks and fun atmosphere. So after you've had your time at Coral World, you can just walk on over to Cookie Point. It's a really, really short walk. It's not even a minute. And, hang out on the beach, get you a beach chair and just, hang out and go snorkeling and come all the way back up to the reef that's over there at Coral World. So lots of fun stuff to do. And again, this was just a snippet of what we have to offer your clients at Coral World, but it is really very fun, very informative, very exciting to be there. I'm trying to get down this summer. So bring Patrick with me so he can get an opportunity to do some of this stuff because he was like, Mommy, you swam with dolphins? Yes, Patrick, I've swam with dolphins. I want to do that. I want to do that. So I'd love for him to get the experience because it is something that your kids and adults. It's bucket list type stuff, bucket list activity at Coral World. So it's a great opportunity to get into it and engage the marine life and learn more about how we can protect the marine life, not just when you're traveling, but there are things we can do here too
Mm-hmm.
that can make sure the marine life way thousands, hundreds of miles away can remain safe in their own habitats. So it's a fun place. Next time you come to St. Thomas, Kelly, we'll go.
I definitely will. It looks like a lot of fun though. Yeah.
It is. It is really, really fun. So, when I do the full presentation, we'll get to show some of those videos and some of the exciting things that we've done. Because I've done the sea trekking, I've done the sea lion, I've done the dolphin. I haven't done snuba yet, so I need to try the snuba. So you know what? Since I want to dive, I need to try snuba
You need to
first.
try exactly. Scuba is like almost the baby, getting into baby steps. So if you like
Yes.
scuba, you will eventually want to do the big thing and go scuba diving. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
more.
probably need to do snuba first and then get
And
into
I
some
mean,
other.
you do the sea trekking. I mean,
Yeah, I've done the sea tracking. But
yeah.
the helmet is really heavy. So people always ask me about it. The helmet is heavy. So you kind of get on the little ladder that goes to the ocean floor and you stand half your body under half, your head and shoulders up, and then they'll put it on your head. And you get a whole little training session and everything before you go in. And you're nervous saying, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God." And then when you get down, you say, "Oh,
Oh, that was easy.
I can do this." And I have had so many agents like terrified, just petrified to do it. And it's like, trust me, you're gonna be okay. This is gonna be like the coolest experience of your life. And they get down, they have fun, they come up and they're like, "Kate, thank you for making me do it. Thank you," because that was just awesome. And it is. It's a really cool experience.
Yeah, that reminds me of when I did the bio this thing in Mexico where I was so scared and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I did it. If I knew what it entailed before I
Yeah.
went, I wouldn't have done it. But it
Right.
caught me up by surprise, and I'm like, we waited 2 hours for you. You have to do it. So I went in and I'm like, I'm so happy I did it. So
Right. Right.
there,
But the
there was
cool thing again about Coral World is if you have people that just, they want to learn about the marine life, but they don't want to get in, they don't want to interact, there's still plenty for you to do. So you don't have to feel like, well, there's nothing for me to do if we spend the day at Coral World. No, there's lots for you to do because you don't forget about the birds, the underwater aquarium portion of it, the tanks where you can pet and feed the sea turtles and the stingrays and stuff. So there's plenty to do. If you don't, and of course there's a gift shop. There's always a gift shop.
I also like that it's conservation. So
Yes,
I like that, and so it's a lot more educational. It's educational
yes.
and fun. So I like that part of it as well.
Yes, yes, and like one of my other pet peeves too. They have like a little starfish area, and you can look at the starfish and stuff. But when people pick them up, and it's like, no, 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 don't do that. And they educate you
Yeah, yeah.
on why you shouldn't do certain things. So it's really cool to learn more about it, and it does make you more mindful. So your
Mhm.
next trip somewhere, you'll be thinking
You'll
about
be
the
thinking
experience you had here and what you learned. And again, it's really great for kids, especially like school groups or anything like that. It's really, really educational. And we have a lot of the local kids that do field trips to Coral World because it's just such a really great experience for kids to, number one, be a tourist for the day. But then number two, again, learning about the marine life, the conservation aspect, and learning about the world around you and becoming, more of a global citizen. So it really ticks a lot of the boxes.
fantastic. Fantastic. It's always nice where I know traveling is all about learning because when you travel, you learn about different cultures,
Right.
history. So it's really nice when the activities that you do also is part of learning. So you have life lessons because I'm sure
Exactly.
most of us have done stuff when we were children, when we were kids, and we still remember, and it's like, so that's why I did it. That's why I learned. I still don't know why I did algebra, but there are things where as a
Or
child,
geometry.
a geometry, that you put life lessons comes right back to, and like, this is the reason why it was done. So conservation, especially in our world where we've, the climate change and all of what's going on, when you see things happening in certain places like, Dubai had rain, you wonder. So
Yeah,
it's
I
all
saw
about.
that.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so it's all about protecting this earth that we live in and we love, and
We
little
only
things
have
that we
one.
could do, little things
Hmm.
that we could do to protect it and to protect all the animals. and people that, so eventually we leave food for our great grandkids,
Right. Right.
we leave them a good earth. So yeah, so I really like, I would love to visit Coral World sometime and learn about all what they do to conserve some of the animals on this earth.
Yes, yes. And when I get down there, again, hopefully again this summer, I'll bring back some good footage and video of, some of the experiences that, people can have when they're there, because it really is very, very cool and very educational. And again, you're right next to the beach. After you get all your education and all that good stuff,
We go have fun.
yes, go have a pina colada or whoever, whatever, a rum and coke, and get you some local food, because we have a lot of our local food vendors right next door, and just, enjoy the rest of your day chilling, relaxing.
And travel agents, guess what? You make commission from that as
That's
well. So
right. That's right. So, I know a lot of that would be something I would hear a lot with our activities and attractions in the US Virgin Islands, making a commission. So this is one of those activities that is commissionable. So we definitely want to push this fact to the travel advisor community, so you can know this is a very popular attraction that you can earn commissions on the bookings for. So when I get together on the 21st of May with the director of sales for Coral World, we're really going to dive into it and really make sure that you guys have an easy way of becoming an affiliate, learning more about the program, and registering, getting those bookings through there so you can earn commissions.
okay.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so very much letting us learn about Coral Park in Virgin Islands. So
St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin
Thomas,
Islands.
USB, yeah, and that's where a lot of the crews come anyway. So, and
Yeah.
it's a great way to make some extra money, as if you sell cruises, especially. A
Yes.
lot of the cruises stop in St. Thomas, so this is a great activity that your clients could be educated, and also you make some extra money, sorry, um, from selling that product. So get in touch with Miss K, and she will register for her webinar coming up on the 21st.
Yeah. I'll start advertising it probably in the next day or so.
So Geraldine said she used to bring hotel guests from St. Croix to Coral World when I had the people to people program, and I had them registered with Coral World to sell them. I've been there a while, but still sell them. Nice. Thank you, Geraldine.
Yeah, and you know what, Geraldine? I when I was a kid, I did people to people. When
Mm,
I did, it's the student exchange program. So I remember doing that. So that's a great program. So again, that's a great example of, if you're going to have student groups in the territory, staying in either St. Thomas, St. Croix, or St. John, it's worth it to come over to Coral World for the day and get that exposure. And the kids will come back with just such a better understanding of the world around them, and, things that, have to be in balance in our ecosystem. It's really quite good. So yay, Geraldine, for bringing people over to Coral World. Good, good, good.
So thank you, everyone, and thank you, Kay, for educating us about this, this product that has been around for a long time in St. Thomas.
Again, yeah, because I'm years old, and from when I was little. You know what, Kelly? I still have pictures. There are some pictures of myself, probably about 3 years old, at Coral World.
Oh
I gotta
wow!
find. I gotta find that
Yeah, you
somewhere.
need to
That'll be
add
a
that
cool
to the
throwback Thursday.
presentation, and then we
I
will
know.
we will do the maths.
Like, please don't guess how old I am, but I was about 3 years old. And actually, now that I think about it, so my father is from St. Thomas. Well, he's really from the British Virgin Islands, but we'll say St. Thomas. And my mother is from Georgia. So actually, in that picture, my grandmother on my mother's side had come down to St. Thomas to visit, and she was not a traveled person, if you understand what I mean. And so she was there in the picture with me at 3 years old at Coral World. I just remembered that. I gotta find that picture. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in my archives.
So Geraldine said she still have photos from some of the visits she's had. So
Oh yay, Geraldine! Please share some of those with me because those are really good vintage photos. Because
okay.
again, it's been around for a very long time, so I know it's given a lot of people a lot of joy over the years.
Okay, let me see if we have any questions on this end. Questions from my phone.
So you go phone one way, computer another way.
Okay, so I think that's about it. So, okay, well, thank you very much, Miss Kay. And
All right,
again,
darling. Thank you.
the webinar is May.
The
Does it
20.
have the month? May. I was about to say April, May 21st. May
Yes,
21st.
May now. Yeah, May
Yeah,
21st.
May 21st is the webinar. And we will be having Caribbean Collective. So if you are in the Alabama area, Birmingham, are we going to Birmingham, Alabama?
Birmingham. Yeah, that's our
You are
next
in
stop.
our next stop, so we'll be sending you the invite shortly so you could join us for our Caribbean Collective.
Yeah.
So thank you so very much for joining us, and thank you for your support, Geraldine, and thank you for setting Coral World. Share some of
Yes,
the
thank you
photos
very
with us.
much.
Yeah, thank you so much. So enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a fantastic weekend, and continue to be kind.
Yes.
Thank you, Kay.
Oh, thank you,
And
Kelly.
I'll see you in a little bit for our next meeting.
Yes.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
talk to you later. Bye.